What's your actual net worth? You've hinted at it being higher than Google says, and what do you do with that money? Right now, it's very messy because I'm set up in Sweden and UK, so I have like 4 or 5 companies. I have some invested in stocks and bonds, but I think overall, I don't really spend it on anything personally because I don't like having things around me. I find it very annoying. I think media likes to undervalue me now after I became more controversial, and that's why I'm saying like it is bigger, but at the same time, it doesn't matter. Who cares? It's so unimportant. I don't know what's important to me. It's not money. It's really not. How do you motivate yourself when you don't want to do something, but you have to get it done? Whenever I think I'm stuck and I know I have things to do and I'm procrastinating, I always write down a bullet point list of the things that I need to get done today. And that way you can start chipping off the easy bits, and then you can get a clear schedule in your head on how you're gonna make that done. Which YouTuber was the most fun to collaborate with? I think I have the most fun when I record with Jack and Ken, because we are actual genuine friends. Obviously, it's really fun to go outside and collaborate with random people. It's the kind of thing where, as a YouTuber, you're benefited to network, right? It's beneficial to reach out to people that you wouldn't normally engage with, just as a way to broaden your scope of brand and all that. But I find that to be very... I don't like networking. I think it's dishonest and try-hardy and gross in general. If you had the choice between Amnesia and Minecraft, what would you pick? Well, Minecraft, obviously. Why you look depressed? For real, please tell us why. Do I look depressed? No, I'm not. Don't even, it's so weird. I think mainly I'm just frustrated. I think so much happened this year that I didn't take time to process. Why don't you play horror games again, Pewds? I like the old PewDiePie. I do play if there's a horror game that's out that's interesting. What makes you so interested in Japan culture or Japan in general? It's like people think you're a weeb just because you like Japan. Anime is like the least thing that interests me about Japan. Obviously, their culture is so rich and it's so different from the West. And I think a lot of their values and way of interacting fits in with me as well. It's hard to just point at one thing and say, this is what I like, when it's a lot of different things. Do you see people taking photos of you in secret? Yeah, it happens all the time. It's extremely cringy. It happened actually when I was in Italy now. Some guy did this and then the flash went off and I'm just like, really? And then they don't even go, and the worst part is afterwards they go up and be like, hey, can we do photo? I'm like, you just took a photo. It's super cringy. I hate the fact that people look at me like I'm some sort of attraction. I'm a person like everyone else, and I want to be treated like a person. I don't think that's too much to ask. I hate the whole culture of, oh, it's you, blah, 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 blah. I'm so tired of it. And that's why I said, if you meet me, what you have to say is math related to science? Because that's how I know if you're a clout chaser or if you're a genuine 19-year-old. The way people react, what I found in different countries is very different, right? If you go to countries like Malaysia and Singapore, people are very hectic and squeamish and crazy, and they lose their mind if they see you. And they do all this crazy stuff. And then you look at countries like, when I go back to Sweden, people are more like me, more reserved, very polite and calm, and just and more, I would say, a lot nicer about it, which I really, really appreciate. So that makes me think the whole way people react isn't just like, oh, a natural reaction of being nervous. It's just like a trained reaction of, okay, so this is how I'm supposed to act if I see a famous person. So me complaining about it isn't like that I'm fed up with it. It's more like I want to change it. I love meeting fans. Don't get me wrong, but I also want people to just treat me normally as well. And I don't like when people scream. I don't like when people get freaked out. And I understand you get excited. That's not what I'm talking against. I think there is like a culture to treat people like they are more than they are. And that annoys me. How long do you plan on doing YouTube? I've been getting this question so much. All the time, because yeah, I said I was gonna go on a break, and because things have sort of wrapped up for me almost. You know, I got married, I hit 100 million. You know, it would be a good time to just end it on a high. And it's kind of annoying almost how people keep asking, like as if I should quit. Like, when are you quitting? Are you thinking about it? Maybe you should do it. I love YouTube, and I think I have more to give I know that's kind of naive to say, but I generally think so. And sometimes I question whether, if it's possible for me to achieve more by the format I'm doing now, since I'm uploading every single day, and if it has longevity in the sense of I don't really have days off right now. This year has just been extremely busy. It's been the busiest year of my life. And I've already had extremely busy years before where I practically broke down. So I hope I can find better balance for me to keep doing YouTube. If every year was like it was this year, then no, I would not do it for very long. You've taken up many other passions beside YouTube, such as making video games. What would be another passion you would like to take up? I think music could be fun to work with. I know that's really cliche. That's like what a lot of YouTubers do. But I think it could be a fun medium for me to express a lot of ideas and thoughts that it's hard to put into words in a video. I think music could be an interesting medium to do that. How do you deal with a lot of hate alone? Well, I think the important bit is to understand that everyone is a f***ing moron. No, yeah. Sorry, it's making me laugh because it's I'm joking, but it's also true. But only because you also have to be honest with yourself and see, okay, if someone says something that is making me feel a little uncomfortable because maybe there's some truth in it, then I think it's important to address that and use that as constructive criticism. But I think once you get something that is just purely stupid with no logic behind it or constructive feedback behind it, then yeah, I treat everyone like they're an idiot, which a lot of people are. I swear, the internet is like the smartest and dumbest thing ever. If you could change something this year, what would you change, if anything? Definitely try and find a better balance between work and time off. What do you like so much about Japan that you are moving there? Is it being able to walk around in public without getting recognized? There's a lot of things that I like about Japan. It's definitely not only that, but that's definitely a plus. It's one of the few Asian countries where I can actually move around and not get recognized, which is very liberating because every time you meet someone, they just want something from you. They want that picture. If I can't draw the distinction if they're a genuine fan and if they're just someone that thinks you're famous, that's kind of soul crushing in a way. Where are the kids, Felix? Oh boy. So for years and years and years, people have been pressuring me and Marcia to get married, and now we finally did. And where are the kids? God, it's so annoying. I wish people didn't ask, to be honest, because it should come from us, and it shouldn't come from I don't want to be pressured about it. It's no, stop. It's like I say the smallest thing, like, oh, I'm taking a break, and people are like, oh, he's gonna make baby, or like, I don't know. How did you overcome video awkwardness, and what was your motivation when you started making videos? That's funny how you mentioned that, because yeah, it was very awkward to make videos the first time you do it. It's like a weird thing to speak into a microphone or a camera. It's not normal. It takes practice, so just keep doing it and you'll get over it. My motivation was to just create my own path and find something that I liked. I felt very trapped doing something that I didn't enjoy. I think I'm extremely fortunate to have broken out of that. I think the only thing like this, to summarize this whole video, is like, I love making videos, but being at the position I am, it's way more than I bargained for. So I hope things can just simmer down a little bit, and next year I can take some time to fully process a lot of it as well. And that's it. Bye bye. Hej då.